Hi, it's me. Has been a while. For those of you who watched my video for the first time, I am Gordon and I have been working as a trainee corporate lawyer for almost a year now. But I'm actually not from the UK, I'm from Hong Kong. Some of you guys may ask then, why did you move to London and become a lawyer then? Well, this may sound like the dumbest reason, but I just didn't have a lot going on back to Hong Kong and I didn't want to stay and live in one place for the rest of my life, so I moved. And don't get me wrong, I did enjoy my time back in Hong Kong. I have many good friends there and all of that. But I was 22 at the time and I realized that I didn't really feel truly happy about my life. So I wanted to make a change. At the time, I got offered an opportunity to study in the UK, so I immediately took it. And I was single at the time. I really had nothing keeping me in Hong Kong back then, except my family, of course. But I liked the idea of moving to the UK. I mean, I like English breakfast. I like Harry Potter. So that's why I spent a year in Cambridge University. And I literally had the best year of my life. But with all good things, everything eventually came to an end, and after that something fell off. And I realized that just living abroad for a year wasn't enough for me at the time, and it didn't scratch the inch I needed to. So I decided to actually work as a lawyer in the UK. So here I am. I've worked as a lawyer in London for almost a year now. Some of you probably want to ask, Gordon, do you truly enjoy being a lawyer? I gotta say, I learned a lot in the past year, but it would be a lie to say that I never questioned my decision of becoming a lawyer. I don't want to sound like I am ungrateful for the position I am in right now, and the fact that I could even get this job in the first place is sort of a miracle. And don't get me wrong, I like working in UK because the work culture is good, my colleagues are really nice to me. But I remember there were two exact moments so far that really pushed me to think, do I really want it? Do I really want to be a lawyer for the rest of my life? The first one was when I got back my performance review. So before I became a lawyer, I always dreamed that I'm gonna ace this training contract thing and become one of the best lawyers you've ever seen. But in reality, there were times I realized how little I know about this job, and when I started my training contract, I had this perception that I could become a really good or a star trainee. But in reality, there's just a lot to learn, and I couldn't reach that level yet when I first started my training contract. I remember when I was in my first performance review at my firm, I didn't necessarily get a bad review. I fulfilled all the basic requirements of a decent performing trainee. But at the same time, I find it hard to really exceed expectation and be really good at doing it. Do you guys have the feeling that, for example, when you take an examination or when you apply for a job, you always have that expectation that you will do better than you thought? I guess it's the fact that when you set your expectation too high, you will get disappointed more easily. I think at the time when I got back my performance review, I just realized that I wasn't actually that excellent in doing what I was doing. So I kind of started doubting whether I could really become a good lawyer and whether this job is for me permanently or for the rest of my life, which is a big commitment. And I would say the second moment that really pushes me to think whether I want to be a lawyer forever is that I remember there was 1 week during my training contract. My daily routine was literally just to wake up every morning and get my laptop and start working. And after I finished work at night, I would immediately go to bed. And I remember that period lasted for almost a week or two. And I remember one night, I finished my work. It was almost 1 a.m. and at that point I could only sleep for 4-5 hours before I needed to work again the next day. And that was the first time I was just dang. As a junior lawyer as well, you don't get the chance to work on the most exciting things all the time. So there definitely would be moments that you feel a little bit maybe frustrated or a little bit more discouraged in terms of whether you enjoy your work. I guess it's just that moment I have this conversation with myself. Okay, Gordon, do you really want to be a lawyer for the rest of your life? And guys, don't get me wrong, I don't want to discourage you guys from becoming a lawyer at all, because I actually did enjoy a lot of the moments when I was working as a lawyer as well. Because I remember there were some moments that make me think, thank God I am a lawyer. As some of you guys know, as a trainee lawyer at a big law firm, you rarely work directly with the partners or with the senior members of the firm. I remember one time there was this senior associate who was on leave because she had something urgent. And then I had to work directly with a partner one-to-one on a deadline. And that deadline is really intense. Literally, the partner just called me via Skype and then asking me, Gordon, let's handle this. We need to get this done today. I was so nervous at the time as well because it was my first time actually working one-to-one with a partner and I couldn't really mess it up. So I really need to concentrate. I remember I spent a lot of time trying to do the right thing and get the job done. I remember at the end, after I finished everything, the partner actually told me, oh my God, Gordon, that's amazing, well done. And literally, she just said that, I think, nothing more. She just said, Gordon, oh my God, well done. And I was like, wait, what? Was I dreaming or something? Do you say well done? Wait, what? Sometimes for me, I didn't naturally care that much. I had to work for long hours. But sometimes it was getting that recognition for the hard work that you put in that really matters, And here, that recognition literally came from the equity partner of the firm, like the most senior person you could ever find at the firm. And it's just that recognition that really drives me to work even harder or to become an even better lawyer. And I remember this is one of the moments that really make me think, oh my God, I'm so glad I'm a lawyer. And that was actually the time I thought, hey, I actually could be a good lawyer. And the next thing actually didn't have a lot to do with my job itself. Some of you guys may think, okay, I'm this guy who graduated from a master's degree from Cambridge and blah, blah, blah. And, and I've now gotten the dream job of so many law students. But I do think that being a lawyer does give me some sort of financial security that I have never had before becoming a lawyer. Okay, when I said this, some people is going to attack me and say, oh Gordon, what you care about is money. And I was like, stop there. I just want to say something because I don't want to encourage people to just become a lawyer for money or anything. Sometimes money is definitely not everything, but I think it's also ridiculous for people to kind of ignore the fact that money could be important. So, to give you a little bit more background, my parents are pretty old. My dad is almost like 70. I remember growing up back in Hong Kong. I remember back then when I was in primary school, high school, I played computer game till maybe like 11 p.m. or like 12 a.m. And I always saw my father coming back home at that time. And he looks very tired all the time. He was a minibus driver. Well, no one knows about minibus in the UK. Basically, he was a bus driver. He was a bus driver. So he worked super late every day. He woke up at like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and then he went to work again. He was working even worse hours than lawyers sometimes, So for the majority of my time, like when I got into like high school, uni, I rely a lot on my father's or my family's income. And I always wanted to have an opportunity to kind of give back. I remember right before I became a lawyer, I had to pay a deposit of around like £1,600 for an apartment I newly rented, and I didn't have enough money, to be honest, because I didn't have a regular income at the time. Because when I applied for training contract during that period of time, sometimes I just couldn't have a full-time job while continuously applying for training contracts, so I didn't have that much saving. I remember at the time I asked my parents, I had to pay this deposit, I didn't have enough money at the time. Could you maybe lend me like £1,000 so that I can get it sorted? And I remember my mom literally didn't say anything that made me worry about their financial situation. And I know that their financial situation is not like great. They're not like having this luxurious life or anything. They're just a normal, not even middle class back in Hong Kong. So I remember my mom didn't really say a lot, and she literally just transferred like £2,000 to me. I was like, damn. Even right before I became a lawyer, I still had to rely on my family. My parents for their entire life had worked their ass off to give me the opportunity to become successful. And I really wanted to pay them back eventually. And I feel like right now I become a lawyer, and after so many years of education. And I thought this was the start for me to finally give them the opportunity to retire and enjoy their life. In that sense, I'm so glad that I become a lawyer, and that kind of gives me more financial stability in the long run. I personally just think that money is a topic that not everyone is talking about. It's important. Maybe it's not important for you, but it's definitely important for me, for my personal reasons. Anyway, I guess the main reason why I want to make this video is to say thank you and keep you guys updated on my life, because I probably haven't made a video for I don't even know half a year or months already. Kind of a shit YouTuber, you know. I would say ever since I've moved to the UK to become a lawyer, I've changed a lot. It was like a dream, and how little did I know that me submitting an application for a master's degree to Cambridge years ago actually changed my entire life right now. Sometimes it kind of scares me knowing that there's a world there where I'm not doing what I'm doing now. Okay, this is quite random, but my birthday is coming up soon. You guys don't need to give me any presents or anything. You know, I don't really care about those things. But if you want to make me a bit happier, maybe press the like button, subscribe to my channel so that shows some support. I'll see you guys again next time.